Inspector here. Got another battle report. This time it's Empire versus Wood Elves, round 3 of the tournament. You can see the magic I got here. Should be pretty easy. Empire opponent went very magic heavy. He's got a level 4, level 2, and a level 1. Level 4 Shadow, and then 1 and 2 are Life, so he's got quite a few spells there. This is where my scouts end up deploying. Just trying to take pictures of deployment, moving left and right. Got my 2 units of Way Watchers. Nice little hole to go hunt war machines, basically. He's got a cannon, steam tank, unit of Reichsguard Knights with full command and the Banner of the Eternal Flame, Hellblaster, 10 handgunners, the Master Engineers in the back there, unit of 25 Spearmen, bunker of 50 handgunners with all his characters, his level 4, level 2, level 1, BSB, and Warrior Priest. You got a unit of 20 halberdiers and another unit of 10 handgunners, and there's a mortar in behind the unit of 50. Here you got my Deepwood Scouts. They scouted up to this building. We get extra victory points for holding the buildings. One of them at the end of the game is worth a couple hundred victory points. The rest are kind of useless. I got the eagle behind them. My bunker is sitting in my forest. I rolled 2 forests this turn, so I stuck them in between the buildings. All of mine are venom thickets. Wild Riders and another eagle here. That's just a normal forest. Deployed nicely just to go chasing after things. That's after vanguards. My camera died at the end of my second game, so these are all on my smartphone, so I apologize for the blurry photos. Wood Elves turn 1, Eagle moves up here, Deepwood Scouts move into the building, ready to start hunting chaff, or the smaller units and war machines. Bunker just kind of sits put. Wildwood Rangers move up towards the building, as you can see here. Just trying to grab that building because at the time we don't know which one gives you extra bonus points. So I'm just trying to grab as many buildings as possible. On my left side, my Wild Riders and my Way Watchers move up to threaten war machines, units, steam tank, that kind of thing. I get off Walk Between Worlds on my Wildwood Rangers, so they move into the building, as you can see here. Initially, I thought it to be a smart move. I didn't realize that those knights had the Banner of the Eternal Flame, so it doesn't turn out that well for me, I can say. And I got off Hand of Glory here for boost my ballistic skill by 2. Those are the only 2 spells I got off this entire game. He really shut down my magic phase, and I was rolling crap for dice. Anyway, Way Watchers put a wound on the steam tank. Yay for armor ignoring shots and rolling a lucky 6 to wound. Deepwood Scouts kill a couple of these guys, but they pass their panic check, BSB, and General being so close, I'm not surprised at all. I do kill a bundle of these guys, like 14 or something, or about 12. So they pass their panic check if they had to take one. Empire turn 1, steam tank trundles over, makes some and runs over a unit of Way Watchers. The other ones pass their panic check. Reichsguard Knights go into the building. I initially thought I'd be okay there. They have to dismount and everything. Cannon turns to face the Wild Riders. I had completely forgotten that cannons could grape shot when this game started, so I learned very quickly that they could. Hellblaster turns to shoot at the Way Watchers as well, and that's just my opponent's hand. The detachments and the large regiment of 50 move forward towards the forest and me. And the other guys just stick around there, not really doing much of anything because they want to be able to shoot, really. He gets off Miasma in his magic phase, drops my weapon skill by 3. I wasn't too worried about that. I actually let it through. This one was, I failed to dispel it, but Enfeebling Foe, he drops my strength by 3, so that combat's not going to go away. And add insult to injury, he gets off Throne of Vines. Yippee. Grape Shot kills 5 of my Wild Riders. Luckily, they're immune to psychology, and Way Watchers don't need to take a check there. Hellblaster Volley Gun blows them off the table. Way Watchers pass their panic check. That was just nasty. A complete waste of a unit, really. Handgunners put a wound on my eagle. I'm not too terribly worried about that. Combat does not go in my favor because I found out he had the Banner of Eternal Flame. Rerolling the wound, he kills 7 of my guys. I kill like 1 in return, but I stick. What else? Turn 2, Way Watchers move to get out of the way of the steam tank and to get some shots. Eagle goes into the cannon. Shouldn't be too terribly hard. One of my unit of 6 Glade Riders comes on the board to threaten the mortar in his backfield. Eagle comes in behind to get a rear charge off of those handgunners, or just generally march block. Reiksguard Knights, I hit them with a Searing Doom. I think I only killed like 1 or 2. I think 2. I only killed 1 in the previous Kills Combat phase. Deepwood Scouts. So I guess I got 1 more spell off. Kill a couple more of these guys. They, of course, pass their panic check. And I kill more of these guys. The Force giving them soft cover was a huge downer to my ballistic skill. Because after multiple shots, I'm hitting on like 5s or 6s. Cannon crew puts a wound on my Eagle, but I beat them and run them down. And I'm sitting there bait for the Hellblaster because I didn't overrun far enough. It's a slightly blurry action photo of end of What Elves turn 2. That's the other side. Like I said, under time limit. So photos of the overall table are kind of a little few and far between. He starts off with a misfire on the steam tank. Unfortunately, he doesn't blow up as much as I would have loved that, but he only loses a wound, and he's got full 5 steam points. The Reiksguard Knights go back into the building, so that's definitely not going to end well for me. His steam tank attempts to trundle forward into the Way Watchers, but he rolls really poor for movement. But hey, he's got 3 steam points left. He's gonna drop a template on me, right? He gets Miasma off to lower my weapon skill by 3 again. At this point, I'm kind of suspecting loaded dice, but not really. This guy's actually a lot of fun to play. And the Hellblaster volley gun turns my Eagle into a giant cloud of feathers. Yeah. And steam cannon from the steam tank kills 3 of these guys. They pass their panic check. It's probably the one reliable thing is Way Watchers and panic checks this game. He kills another, 6 of these guys. I kill 1 in return. That was a bad mistake. And a blurry action photo, end of Empire turn 3. So, yeah. This wonderful picture decided to sneak its way in. That's just where I keep track of the turn as they go by. And What Elves turn 3, my Way Watchers skedaddle away from the steam tank, trying to put as much distance between it and them. I decide to do the smart thing and pull out of the building, something I should have done a turn ago. If not, should have never marched in there in the first place. Other 6 comes in from on that corner. I'm going to shoot at the Hellblaster volley gun. I probably should have shot at the Master Engineer. Would have done more damage that way. I do charge the mortar. Get lots of points there. They're not exactly cheap. So I'm just trying to cause some havoc. My unit of 10 comes in off that board edge. I'm getting ready to threaten everything. The Eagle goes into the rear of the handgunners just to get some points there. Shooting from Deepwood Scouts and the Glade Riders. Kills a bunch of these halberdiers. They fail their panic check, bounce through everything. The bunker, the big regiment passes, basically spearmen fail. They start running away from random things. The halberdiers bounce all the way through. It was funny. We had to do a little bit of measuring, but shooting does 1 wound to the Hellblaster volley gun. Like I said, I should have shot the Master Engineer. Would have done so much better. More shooting does more damage to this unit. Once again, the Force giving him soft cover is just a pain in the butt. So I basically beat the mortar down. That wasn't a huge, that was expected basically. And I beat and run down the handgunners. However, I end up right in front of my Glade Guards, so Glade Riders, so there won't be another charge if we get off, but we're already running out of time. Like I said in previous reports, none of these games went to turn 6. It starts with Empire turn 3. The steam tank turns to faces to launch a cannonball. Hellblaster volley gun turns to blow these guys off the board. So, that's basically handing him a handful of points. That's just the rest of the board here. This is just before he started taking rallies, rally checks. The spearmen rally. They're just sitting in the forest. In his magic phase, he gets off dwellers below. I don't even think I attempted to dispel it. What was the worst that was going to happen? He was already getting lots of points for the unit, so it kills two. However, he does miscast, so okay, I guess I didn't attempt to. He blew up. He blew himself up, but he didn't get sucked into the warp, which sucks. Really, that would have been awesome. Hellblaster Volley Gun blows away the 6 Glade Guard. The other 6 pass their panic check. And the cannon from the steam tank falls short. Thank goodness. Oh, I hate that thing. Oh, and there's only just one in this game. That was the annoying part. Pretty much here's end of game. As you can see, it kind of lots of dice and models all over the place. We were running right out of time. We were just trying to run and get this game done and over with. But I've got a lot of stuff on the board. He's got a lot of stuff on the board, etc., etc. We added up all the points, and it was a victory to the Empire. Not by a huge amount of points, a little under 200 points, so kind of a draw in most systems, but I really wish we had gone on to a turn 6. I think I really could have caused a lot more havoc and cleaned up some points there. And at the same time, I probably would have still had to deal with the steam tank, but nothing a Searing Doom couldn't have dealt with. Great game. I do enjoy playing this guy. He's a lot of fun to play with. He's a great opponent. Tournament went well. I actually ended up getting second, believe it or not, despite a reasonable win, a close game, and then this draw, or close loss, and then this draw. Between me and first, the guy in first, which was the Demons player I played last game, it was 2,000 points were the difference. He really wrecked face in his first and third game. However, between me and third, there was a 70-point difference. And between third and fourth, there was a 67-point difference. So really tight games. We all had a lot of fun. There was a dwarf player who was new to Warhammer Fantasy. He had a ton of fun with his games, despite having horrible dice. I kind of feel for the guy. We had an ogre player who had a lot of fun, who actually killed more of his own guys with more of his Noblars with his own magic than he killed of his enemy in one game. It was great. Yeah, had the Orcs and Goblins player that you saw there, the Demons player, me, Dwarves. Yeah, I think that's all 6 of us. I think I might be missing somebody, which I really hope I'm not. Eh. But it's a great group of people. It was just a couple of friends, or a bunch of friends getting together. We had a couple of people that couldn't show up for this one just because of the date, but hopefully we can get together with them in the future. As far as this game, what I would have done differently, probably wouldn't have sent the Wild Riders up that one flank. I would have deployed them on the other one. And just used my Eagle and my Watchers a little bit more effectively. And I definitely would have put my level 2 in with the Wildwood Rangers and done everything I could to get a Searing Doom off on that steam tank and either make it useless or kill it. Even if that meant 6 dicing it. I'm not a huge fan of 6 dicing spells. I know people like Malorian and a lot of other battle report makers, advocate 6 dicing a spell that you need to get off that phase, but I like to tactically draw out my opponent's dispel dice and then sit there and run a little bit of a risk of not making it, but having the potential of getting off 2 or 3 spells a phase rather than just one big one. In my mind, is more worthwhile. It's what I like to do with my Lizardmen. With their numerous bounce spells, it's great for drawing out opponents to spell dice, lest they risk lasers hitting them and engines going off. But liking the Wood Elves, I was up till 2 a.m. the night before getting the base coats on this army with my airbrush, and I was running out of paint towards the end, so I got some models that are like half base coated, half primed white, and lots of spots missing. So hopefully over the next little while I can get some more paint and finish those guys up, and hopefully get some more paint on them so that they're not just bland desert colors. Anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe, favorite, all that fun stuff. What would you have done differently? How did you like? Oh, by the way, the building that my Deepwood Scouts were in was the building that I needed to hold for the extra 200 victory points, so that made it a much closer game than what it actually turned out to be, or what it was initially. Um, Thanks. Yeah, again, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you would have done differently. Happy wargaming.